Welcome back to the Unreal Real Estate Podcast. I am joined here by my hosts today, Richie and the intern. So after a long-awaited time away over the holidays and some crazy months have developed and transpired, it's been an eventful and fun and crazy time to be in real estate, that's for sure.
Yeah, fun. This goes either way, yeah.
Depends on how hard you want to work, right?
Exactly.
So let's talk about some of the last couple of months. Well, first off, our intern, the guest, will you introduce yourself?
My name's Austin Cauffman. I'm an intern at Kelly and Sorian. I work for David Strauss. I'm a 3L, about to graduate and take the bar here coming up this summer.
Love that. He's the GOAT.
So with that also being said, nothing he says is officially legal advice. So go check with your real lawyer, David Strauss.
I'm just a guy with an opinion.
Smart guy with an opinion.
Well, yes. Trying to be humble.
All right, so Austin, I know you see a lot of closings and different files on your back end in your office. We've certainly seen an uptick recently in a lot of the transactions that are choosing to blow up or go sideways for various reasons. What are some of the reoccurring themes that you're seeing right now?
Right now, you're just seeing a lot of, with the market, how it is, you're seeing a lot of ticky-tack little things that mean a lot to a seller or mean a lot to a buyer, and agents are having to really navigate not blowing up deals and getting their clients what they feel they need out of that. And sometimes you have to come up with creative ways to go about that, whether that's escrow holdback agreements, concessions at the closing table, different things like that.
So you use the phrase ticky-tack. I don't know what that means. So go a little deeper for me. Tell me a little more about what ticky-tack means.
I don't even know if ticky-tack, maybe the way I think of it isn't the right thing, but you know, repairs and different things like that are having to be done after inspections, and they're not big drastic
Seems small,
things.
yeah.
They seem small. You know, when I say big drastic things, I'm talking financially. You know, they're not thousands of dollars or anything like that, but you know, to first-time home buyers or, you know, people buying on a budget or something, these can add up over time. And so just figuring out how to get your client best compensated for that is something that we've been seeing a lot of, whether that's, you know, we always try to advise, take care of it on the front end, try to take care of it before closing. And even if it's something that comes up to the closing table, we had a closing where there was an HVAC issue. And they wanted to hold money in escrow and everything like that, but we already had an invoice. So everything was quoted, everything was ready. So instead of having to have an escrow agreement, holding money back and having an idea of, if this happens, it goes here. If this doesn't happen, it goes there. If we have an invoice and you bring that invoice, we can just go ahead and cut a check for that at closing and have that be done with. And that way there's no money sitting back. You don't have to, if there's a lender involved, you don't have to get lender approval for money in escrow. You don't have to get lender approval if it's something that, you know, they were concerned about and they don't want to close because of it. Everything is paid for and moving on.
So when these deals that go sideways, because it's not all of them, we're talking what, maybe 20% right now?
Yeah.
Which is higher than normal for sure. Do you see more sellers walking away and choosing to go back to market, or buyers walking away going, I'll just go find a new house?
Honestly, I haven't seen too many people completely walking away over those type of things.
Okay.
It just, you can see some hostility, and then it's never fun at the closing table when both parties are at each other's neck.
Hey, the worst I've seen is somebody throw a chair across the table.
Really?
Well, maybe that is fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a contentious one.
Brittany was a part of a really awful one where the attorney brought everyone a bottle of wine during the closing because it was so bad.
They just pop the top, let's start drinking right now.
Everyone gets a bottle of wine. It was like, okay. So that was fun.
That's a not fun one.
Yeah.
So, Richie, for your and Brittany's deals over the last couple of months, how have they been for you guys?
So since December, we've lost almost $5 million in real estate.
Okay.
Which is...
Like it fell out of your pocket, you lost it, or?
We got like in contract, ready to go, ready to close, 2 in due diligence, and 1 like the weekend before closing.
So due diligence, so people not wanting to come to terms on items.
Yeah.
Was it more unrealistic expectations on sellers, or was it the buyer side in those deals?
One, I guess both, honestly, were seller issues. One, something happened in the house that was unexpected, and I told my buyer, I'm like, you can't move forward with this either. This was one of those things where it just was too sketchy, and the whole transaction was kind of weird. We were giving more than we should have anyway. So when that fell through, I was kind of like, we need
Okay, breath of fresh air. Let's reset. Let's find something.
Yeah.
Something new that's out
one
there.
was a funding thing, which was awful. That was a huge one. And then, the other was probably more on the seller just not realizing that our offer was as good as it was, and kind of being like, well, this is all we're giving, and then not giving more towards the ATAC, and us just dropping out, and they're still in the market. So both actually, with the sellers, took a firm line in the sand and said, no, I know what my house is worth. I'm not doing this, and this. I'll get this. Both on the market. One actually just fell off. So
Well, I think that's something else you bring to a good point right now is a lot of sellers are coming in just priced too high. Mm-hmm. And they're thinking that, hey, we've had a great run over the last, 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
But what most people don't realize is somebody told me the other day, they said that, was it August or September of 23 was the peak of the market.
Yeah.
And so we've been for 2 years, 2.5 years now in a slow, steady, declining market. Now, we haven't seen a lot of that here locally, but overall across the country, that's been the trend. And I think it's starting to catch up here locally.
The sellers are definitely feeling it. I think they're trying not to. I think they're like, well, no, this is what it's worth. We just went on a listing appointment, and I mean, there's so many available in the neighborhood. We're like, this is where we need to be. We need to undercut these 15 houses. That's your best chance of getting sold. You need to do it fast, right? So this is what we have to do. And she goes, well, I need to close at this amount, like $60,000 more than all the comps, and all the ones that are on the market. I said, well, why? She goes, because that's what I need to close. I was like, all right, what if you don't get that? It's going to hurt us. I'm like, right.
So I'll give you a crazy one, right? So there's a townhome neighborhood over here right now under construction by Providence Group. We'll have to get you guys on at some point. And they're
beautiful houses.
They're brand new townhouses that they're selling. They've got them marketed in the high 4s, right? Some of them in the low 5s, but their affordable ones are in the low 4s, or high 4s. So 490, 480. And there's a resale in there where somebody had gone in, bought it, put a tenant in place, right? Rented it for a year, and they decided they didn't want to be a landlord.
I sent that to my client recently.
What do you think the sales price was on the resale?
I think it was, am I crazy that I thought it was in the 6s?
580.
I was going to say
580 when you can get brand new almost across the street for 490. Like that's La La Land.
It's nuts. And the sellers are like, well, that's what I need. And I'm like, but what you need and what the market's telling you you're going to get are completely different things.
No. I literally I see the agents sign all the time, and I want to just grab them and choke them and be like, what are you doing? Yeah. You're doing that guy's losing how much money a month paying a mortgage on a house.
For our business, we will not take a house if the seller doesn't agree with the price that we think that we should list, because we do a lot of work to show you what your house is worth. And if you think it's worth $50,000 more, I will not take that listing, and I'm not going to have my name to an expired. Just not. I could take more time finding more business.
Well, I looked at it just on expired and withdrawn listings in the last 30 days. Guess how many were in Metro Atlanta?
45%.
So it's a high number, but there's 2,800 listings, over 2,800.
Wow.
In the last 30 days.
Wow. Man, I believe it.
Call expired.
So, I mean, and I think one of the things to look at, hey, it's a way to do a business. Been there, done that. But I think about it is the median home price in Forsyth, year over year, what people are actually paying, not what each individual home is worth, but what the median price that people are willing to pay is down over 5%.
Yeah.
So I think that affordability is really kind of catching up. And even though we've had some recent kind of benefits with some of the interest rates, it's still not doing enough to move the needle on monthly
it's not
availability.
And it's the same thing. Buyers want everything done. Like, they just want the house to be
immaculate.
Perfect.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything wrong, they're like, well, that bathroom has to be changed over. I need $20,000 off the.
I think you're seeing that a lot is with buyers wanting everything to be done, and then you're battling the sellers wanting high prices right now, and you're seeing this battle of, we want all these concessions and we want all this done, and the seller's saying we can't go any lower because we need this or whatever. And so that's where you're seeing a lot of these issues coming up between concessions and trying to get stuff done pre-closing and whatnot like that.
Yeah. Are you seeing a lot of concessions on your contracts?
A little bit more, I would say, that you're seeing people just out of sellers trying to get the deal done, willing to give a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, on average, right now across Forsyth County is $10,000 on per deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So some more, some less. Obviously, you're averaging out. All of Metro Atlanta, you're a little less than that. It's still like $8,500, but that's a lot compared to what it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I think the homes that are selling are the ones that are pricing right, but also the sellers that are also just aware of where they are in the market.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm under contract from one on the lake, and we made an offer, full ask, furnished. And they're like, well, we're not selling the furniture. I said, right. In our offer, you are. And they accepted it. I mean, they're giving us like 90% of the furniture because
why not?
Where we are right now, right? I said,
Yep.
if not, we're probably coming in $100,000 lower. So, because this is a secondary home and he has to furnish it.
Yeah. And I think one of the things, you tell me if you're seeing this, Austin. I'm starting to see a lot of these hedge funds that were buying 4 or 5 years ago starting to let some of this inventory go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think overarchingly you're seeing that they're starting to let some things go at prices that I think are fair, but sometimes maybe more so just trying to cut inventory.
Mm-hmm.
So they're barely making a profit or cutting even and getting out.
Taking the money and going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at one of those right now that, no, I am. I mean, this lady tried to sell it for like a year, couldn't sell it. So she dumped it for like 90 grand less than what she was asking to one of these big open companies. And they did a little bit of work to it, put it back on the market for what she was asking. Honestly, I think they probably maybe hurt the appearance a little bit, but right. And here we are almost a year later and they still haven't moved it. And so you got to think if those guys have that carrying cost for a year, they got to be willing to get rid of some of that inventory.
Drop the hammer on them, huh?
Oh yeah, we'll see where we meet in the middle.
Yeah.
But it could be a deal.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's our quick first little update for the first one back for the year.
Yeah.
Check back next week for our next episode featuring Tim Gibson, the ghost of today.
Timmy.
See you guys soon.
Later. That's amazing.